Good morning. Wind direction playing a huge part with the weather across Europe over the next few days, with high pressure building from the southwest. And actually we've got a southwesterly wind which will drive in milder air right across Spain, up through the UK and even as far north as parts of Scandinavia. So there's a good deal of dry, settled and sunny weather, and that is just going to shift the stormy weather across the far southeast, moving out of Hungary, the Ukraine and into Turkey at the moment. So there will start to be some rain pushing into western areas of Turkey, a little bit of fair weather cloud and some snow showers still remaining behind. Then into Italy and to France and Spain, it's fine, settled and sunny. Those milder air starting to push in, so temperatures in Paris 8 or 9 degrees, 12 degrees in London, and eventually we will start to see those temperatures above freezing as that milder air moves across Scandinavia as well. So that's going to be the story through Tuesday into Wednesday. Little in the way of change, quite a quiet theme. And look at the temperatures in Oslo, 6 degrees expected by the middle part of the week. So the city forecasts show little in the way of change. Dry, settled and sunny story for many. Mid-teens will feel very pleasant indeed, particularly in the sunshine. Now further east, well, it's not as cold as it has been even for Moscow, and it will be a dry story into the weekend. Cold air and winter storms have been the talking point in North America in recent days, particularly across the west coast. In fact, that cold air pushed as far south as California, and there was even reports on Monday of snow in Las Vegas. But mild air starting to drive back in up through the Gulf of Mexico, and where the two meet, that's just going to invigorate an area of low pressure and a front which will bring some heavy rain up through the Mississippi and Ohio Valley, and on the leading edge it could turn to freezing rain and snow for a time as it continues to drift its way steadily east. Even behind it there's another storm system moving out of the Rockies and another one pushing into the Pacific Northwest, so it stays pretty unsettled with rain close to the coast, but snow for Vancouver, yet more snow for Vancouver, more into Portland, Oregon as well, and it's still a little bit disappointingly cool generally across Northern California. Fine and settled though just that little bit further south. So as Tuesday into Wednesday shows the snow showers easing, cloudy conditions and 4 degrees in Seattle, some rain to come into San Francisco, but a little bit warmer with it as well. Cold across parts of New York, and so that means with that moisture moving its way through, it'll be snow through the latter stages of Monday into Tuesday, heavy rain behind into Nashville, Tennessee, and eventually into parts of Georgia. Florida should stay quiet on Monday. So this is the story then. The snow eases away, and behind that front something a little bit milder with sunshine. Hello there. A forecast for Mexico, Central America and the Caribbean coming up shortly. But first of all, let's start off in South America, where it's these shower clouds that I need to point out to you, because they could really be quite torrential downpours in a short space of time, which could lead to localised flash flooding anywhere at risk across Paraguay, southern Brazil and Uruguay as well. Northern Argentina should escape the worst from them, but maybe not completely immune. Now further north of that, across Colombia into parts of Venezuela, Ecuador, will see some heavier showers, the same too for western areas of Brazil as well. But the sharper showers, you can see, denoted by the brighter, vibrant colours, we'll need to keep a close eye on that. Now further south, it's a quiet start to the working week, but things will get a little bit colder. In fact, temperatures expected to be below average for the time of year through the middle part of the week. Showers continue into Rio de Janeiro, but Buenos Aires will escape the worst of them. Now let's take a look at Mexico. Fine, settled and sunny, pretty much as you'd expect at this time of year. A few isolated showers close to the Yucatan Peninsula and a few isolated showers from a weather front that's moving through North America may well just interfere across Cuba as well, but much of the Caribbean settled and sunny as well. And our city forecasts show this quite nicely. Showers easing in Havana to more sunshine by the end of the week. Hello there. If you've been following the weather in Africa throughout the weekend, we've been tracking a couple of storms which brushed close to the island of Mauritius, and that's now eased away quite nicely. And so the satellite picture is just picking up the shower cloud at the moment that's going to mostly affect parts of Zambia, Zimbabwe and northern parts of Mozambique, maybe Madagascar as well. We've also got some sharp showers across the far north of South Africa, mostly affecting Johannesburg. Cape Town will be fine and settled. To the north of that, it's it's a quiet story as well. A good deal of dry weather, but not particularly warm with it across parts of Libya. So this is the story then. Cape Town keeps the sunshine, as you can see, with the threat of sharp showers continuing in Johannesburg throughout much of the week. Casablanca will see after that fresh start, temperatures picking up into the low 20s by the middle of the week as well. Now let's move away from Africa to the Middle East, where it's a quieter story through Monday into Tuesday after a stormy weekend. A localised shamal could bring some lifted dust, but it's fine and dry. Most of the stormy weather now is pushing its way out of Iran, as you can see quite clearly, and there's still some heavy rain to come here. But that localised shamal may bring some poor visibility at times, but there's a good deal of dry weather to go with it. So the city forecasts illustrate this quite nicely. Lots of sunshine over the next 5 days. Hello there. It's a quiet start to the week in South Asia, but things will become a little more unsettled in the north later on. It's colder north at the moment. Down to the south, there's a light easterly breeze driving in a little bit of fair weather cloud, maybe a few isolated showers here, but it's largely fine, and those temperatures are promising into the low 30s for many. Now, further north of that, it's colder, and we could see some stormy weather starting to develop across India into the far north, and we've got weather warnings in force from Wednesday onwards. So Tuesday will be a quiet story. Let's move into Central Asia. You can see some of that stormy weather. It's moving its way out of Iran, through Turkmenistan into Afghanistan. There'll be some rain, there'll be some snow. Not as cold as it has been in Kazakhstan, believe it or not, but a daytime maximum of -9 degrees. So cooler air just spills down into Pakistan and northwest India, but generally speaking further south, it's a fine settled picture. Few isolated showers to the Maldives, not amounting to much at all. Stretching up into northeastern states, it's dry and settled here as well after the recent stormy weather that we saw over the weekend. Our city forecast shows little in the way of change, really. If anything, we'll keep the risk of some showers going into Sri Lanka. But elsewhere, it looks as though after that cold spell into Tashkent, well, the temperatures will improve from Saturday onwards. Hello there. Let's take a look at the weather forecast for Asia, where things are largely quiet at the moment. Satellite picture picking up the shower cloud as it tends to across parts of Indonesia. But further north, it's a relatively quiet story. And after a cool start to the week, temperatures are set to improve as well. Now, we have seen some stormy weather of late across Japan, but it's a quiet start through Tuesday. You can see a little bit of fair weather cloud. Temperatures in Beijing struggling a little to climb above freezing, and there'll be some heavier rain moving through central China. Now, further south of that, we've seen some dry weather and some warmth in recent days across Vietnam and Thailand. Risk of a few showers, but still those temperatures slightly above where they should be for the time of year. This is the story then over the next few days with the city forecast, with the temperatures improving and a little more sunshine expected into Beijing by the end of the working week. As for Australia, it's a much quieter story across Queensland over the next few days. A strong southerly wind will drive in a cooler feel, so temperatures struggling in Adelaide and Melbourne over the next few days, and there'll be some wet and windy weather pushing its way through Tasmania. But for the North and the South Island of New Zealand, where it has been a little bit turbulent of late, it's a quieter theme on Tuesday. A good deal of dry weather in the story, and temperatures peaking into the high 20s. It looks likely to stay fine, dry and settled for much of the week, and the temperatures on the up again for Melbourne.